DailyWire co-CEO Jeremy Boring to step down. This story has led to a whole bunch of conspiracy shenanigans. So there's two CEOs of the Daily Wire, and with Jeremy Boring stepping down, they say Jeremy Boring, co-founder of the Daily Wire, stepping down from his role as co-CEO to focus on creative projects for the company, he told staff in a memo obtained by Access on Tuesday. Boring has been with the Daily Wire since its inception in 2015. He helped grow the outlet from a tiny news startup with $4.7 million in seed funding into a media giant valued north of $1 billion. Caleb Robinson, the company's founding CEO, will become the company's full-time CEO effective immediately. Robinson and Boring have been co-CEOs since 2019. Robinson co-founded the company alongside Boring and the outlet's editor emeritus, Ben Shapiro. In a note to staff, Boring said he will remain with the company in an advisory role. He will continue to host Daily Wire Backstage with the company's monthly show featuring Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, and Andrew Klavan. He'll focus full-time on creative projects, including the completion of the Daily Wire's TV series, The Pendragon Cycle, in which he serves as director and executive producer. They're going to mention he's led the Daily Wire's commercial expansion over the past decade, growing the outlet from a social media publishing brand to a streamer and e-commerce giant. Daily Wire Plus, BentKey, etc. Robinson and Shapiro plan to continue pursuing a growth investment in 2025. So this is another story that we saw back in December, that they were looking for investment. Brett Cooper posted this. Just an image of Jimmy Kimmel slowly turning and looking to the camera and then giving a little nod. I have no idea what that means. So one can only speculate. But I suppose it implies that Brett Cooper and Jeremy Boring did not get along. Honestly, I don't know. I think Jeremy's a great guy. I consider him a friend. I wish him the best. Had no idea this was going to happen. Brett Cooper says, genuinely excited to see where Ben and Caleb take the company next. And then, of course, Jeremy Boring confirms this by tweeting it out with a new chapter. And my favorite element of this is a tweet from Ian Carroll. Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring stepping down. Oh, no. There's so much more tea than that. My sources have been telling me about the story for months. Here's the inside scoop. I'd like to just jump ahead to a portion of Ian Carroll's video and press play for you guys. And here we go.
Into production and did not nearly recoup the costs. So then you remember when Tim Pool was kind of rearranging his business and all sorts of weird stuff was happening there? I don't even know if Tim knows this yet directly, but it sounds like the Daily Wire was trying to manipulate him into buying the Daily Wire and trying to present it as super profitable. The rumors I'm hearing is that Jeremy Boring thought Tim Pool would be dumb enough to fall for it, and he was the exact kind of guy they could sell to. I heard that they allegedly offered him an all-stock deal, which would be worth fucking shit because their stock is fucking worthless because they're bankrupt, allegedly. So props Tim for not taking that deal. That would have been a huge...
I must admit, my friends, I can't believe that the story has been leaked. That's right. I'm a billionaire. I have I'm actually an heir to a emerald mine in South Africa. And I am so wealthy that when the Daily Wire was in financial distress, they came to me and said, Tim, your show is about 20% as large as our company. No, I'm sorry, 7%. Perhaps you could buy us out. This is my favorite part of the conspiracy theory because people are hitting me up all day like, is this true? Did the Daily
you should
Wire
have got a loan from China and then bought the Daily Wire.
What does an all-stock sale mean?
I don't have any idea.
We're going to give you all of the, okay, just real quick. If the Daily Wire was going to sell their company to me, that implies I am buying all of the stock in the company. So an all-stock sale would imply that they wanted stock in Timcast in exchange for all of the stock in Daily Wire, or they wanted to give me all of the stock. In all seriousness, what?
I didn't even know that the Daily Wire was publicly traded.
The quartering, Jeremy Hambley says, the whole thing falls apart at, quote, they thought Tim Pool could buy the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire is a $1 billion valuation. The claim the Daily Wire thought Timcast has the assets is totally insane. I mean, Tim makes a lot of cash, but, dude, there was never any circumstance in which anyone ever asked me to buy the Daily Wire. I have no idea where that comes from and what source claimed that the Daily, okay, the concept of an all-stock deal makes no sense in regard to a sale. So I don't know who told Ian that.
The Daily Wire.
I try to be a dick, Ian, but that's crazy.
Daily Wire is privately owned. It's not even. It's not.
But they have
traded.
investors.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not like.
No, but I mean, people have stock in the company, like the owners and stuff have stock
Equity.
in the company. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I guess,
They
but-
probably do issue shares
they
in
have
some
like
some form.
percentages. Like we have that at Post Millennial, you know.
But like, they were going to sell the company to me for shares. That implies
Shares in the company, the new company.
that would
An all stock sale would mean that the company they get all the stocks from the company that's buying them.
Right.
So from your company.
exactly. I'm like, it would be implying that they approached me and said, Tim, we want half of Timcast in exchange for all of Daily Wire.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's just nonsense. But anyway, what do you guys think? I mean, this is kind of unexpected. This is Jeremy Boring. He's stepping down. It's a big media move.
Look, man, I think that Pendragon is expensive, and that's why.
Those are the rumors. But I got to be honest, you know, with Ian Carroll's assessment on a lot of these things, I don't think they're right. So he was saying previously that they're, like he's saying in this video, they're bankrupt and they froze all their credit cards and stuff like that. That's not true. That's impossible. Like, guys, I know they're seeking investment funding. Daily Wire wants to be bigger than just, you know, like a podcast sales company. But we've all been there. They've got a merch department where they sell products. I think they publicly announced that Mayflower Cigars did like $5 million in sales. They are not hurting for money. No. They are looking for rapid expansion in the short term. That's what the investment is for. When I first heard that Jeremy was stepping down, I was like, I kind of just imagine he's an extremely wealthy middle-aged man who doesn't want to be the king of the mountain anymore.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot to be the king of the mountain.
Certainly is. And for a company as big as the Daily Wire, I'm wondering if he's just like, I've got a family, I've got kids, and I've got more money than I know what to do with.
He's got Jeremy's razors and all that. He's got that whole thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering like what his ownership and percentages are on that. He's probably looking at, he's going to be rich forever. The products he's made, he's going to make forever. He's stepping down as CEO. He's probably getting paid forever. He's an owner in the company. He's going to be rich forever. And the idea that the Daily Wire would freeze everybody's credit cards and shut down, you would know a lot more about the financial distress of the company before that happened. Because that's what a credit card is. It's money that's not yours to spend on things. So there are a lot of companies that go bankrupt well before they shut down credit cards.
People who are at the top of a really profitable company and are deeply ambitious often have a difficult time just walking away, though.
Yeah, like look at Brett Favre. He couldn't walk away.
I don't know. In the business world, there are founders and there are CEOs. Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, one of the first things you learn when you're working for a startup. The reason why people go to Shark Tank, because they're founders, they're not CEOs. They're going to the guys who run businesses and say, I thought of a product. I've sold, you know, $100,000 in product. I need someone who runs a business to take it over. And Jeremy's better than most in that he started it and built up to this point. But let's be real. It's been, 10 years? And now he's stepping down? Mm-hmm. That seems totally normal. Did we think he was going to be, you know, CEO for life and then retire and they'd build a Mickey Mouse, like Walt Disney kind of statue of him with Ben Shapiro hugging or something?
The drama people.
That'd be cute. You know?
Perhaps.
It's just the whole situation is really just the drama situation. It's pretty normal, like for someone to step down, like Tim was saying. You know, I mean, it's kind of a non-issue.
Yeah.
The Brett Cooper aspect might be a little bit interesting, considering she shouted out Caleb and Ben, so clearly there's some friction between her and Jeremy. But otherwise, it's like, well. So he's doing other things. I don't know. I don't have any kind of inside knowledge as to how things are working there. I assume that they spent a boatload of money on the Pendragon cycle. I haven't seen any kind of like previews for it. And
is that the children's show one?
No, it's their version of Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's their Game of Thrones.
You know, so
are they ever going to release the Snow White movie, or is that dead?
I think that's dead.
Yeah, what happened with that? I sort of liked that. I liked
heard
how
that
they basically forced Disney to return to some of the more traditional aspects of Snow White.
I think because of the rebooting of Disney by Disney doing the reshoots and stuff, I think that made the Daily Wire say, well, we're not going to do it because we got Disney to do what we wanted, you know? So
wait,
that's what I hear.
That they've abandoned Snow White?
Yeah, I think that I think the Daily Wire is not doing the Snow White.
I thought
It was,
Brett
it was
Cooper
supposed to be
gonna
Brett that was going to be Snow White. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not
I thought
doing
Gina
it.
Carano should have been the Wicked Queen.
I thought she said they were filming when she was in Budapest.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she's not with him now, and I assume that it's
know.
not coming out. But the reason that, from what I understand, and this is not any kind of insider information or whatever, this is just what I've heard, is the reason that it's not coming out is because
But it's not coming out.
Disney decided to redo. That's what I heard.
But they,
haven't
but
said
no.
anything about it.
But Disney went hardcore woke to the extent that they canceled the red carpet for Snow White.
Well,
Yep.
there was a lot of pushback, but they did have to. They did reverse a
reshoots.
bunch of
Yeah,
things.
because it was supposed to be the
They didn't have the
seven
diversity
friends or
dwarves
whatever
anymore.
Yeah, they got
They
rid
got
of
rid of
the
the diversity dwarves. And
seven
yeah.
companions, and they made actual dwarves, and they did a bunch of reshoots. And because of the reshoots, Daily Wire said, okay, they're not doing the woke Snow White. So
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
as
need
far as I know, it's
step
still
in.
set for release this year.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
Well, so didn't the Disney Snow White just premiered in Barcelona or something?
And no one likes it, if I understand
Yeah,
correctly.
no one-
And one of them didn't go to the premiere or something. One of the actresses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, Rachel Zegler was there so that she could say she hates the movie.
I mean,
She hates everything Disney.
maybe they
stuff.
canceled it. Maybe the trailer is
thought.
just
Once upon a time, in time a prince would come. Once upon a time, but now that time is gone.
it looks like they made a lot of it.
So no. This is not new, though. This is
No, this is from 2023. I mean, I haven't heard any updates.
I haven't heard anything in a while.
Okay, well, it's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah. I mean,
I love the original Snow White. I think.
Yeah, and
that's
Rachel
terrific.
Zegler keeps taking dumps all over it.
Yeah, she's wrong. I mean, the original Snow White movie is just terrific.
she's a very, very modern feminist woman, and that is, I mean, wrong, but
Well, I was a modern feminist before her, and it's still a killer film. Great movie.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.